it's quite unique that we are closing the year. We are closing our wellness session with Dr. Ramoni. And even as we are closing it, it's for us to also go back and see what we are going to do, what we are going to achieve, what we are going to upscale, what we are going to be intentional about. So welcome, Dr. Ramoni. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody. Good night, wherever you are. So today is going to be a little bit different. I know I always talk about vision board, and today is going to be different. It's all about the vision, but I'm going to twist it a little bit based on what is going in the current market, the ongoings. And so for a while, we've been talking about, write it down, make it visual, see it every day, have a vision board. Okay. So in your vision board, we've been talking about having different things in the vision board. But today, God has put in my heart to talk about upscaling in the diverse space, because that is the current ongoings or the current marketplace. That's what's going on. You cannot be in the same place you were even yesterday, I would say that. With AI, so many things are going so quickly. And so what can we do to prepare ourselves for that space? And so I thought about talking about this so that when we step into 2025 and with God's blessings, we can go ahead and upscale, rescale, whatever we need to do to be able to put our foot forward and stand out there and be counted and be able to be absorbed, either if you're doing business, whether you are employed, whether you are just a housewife or a house husband, whatever you are, a farmer. How are you upscaling that skill? How are you going to be consistent? How are you making it better for you? And then at the end of the day, I would like us to talk about our why. Why? Why is upscaling important? And why is it important at this time? Okay, so I have a small agenda here, and it's going to be a discussion. So once I talk about my agenda, I'm going to remove my PowerPoint, and we're going to talk. I want to be a facilitator, and I want us to collaborate. Let's hear from you guys what you think, what's going on, how you think you can even do it better for yourself, what is not working, how can I get there? Because you can have the how, you can have the why, but the how is not there, or the what is not there. So we're going to talk together on this. Everybody has an expertise in one thing or the other. So bring it out. Let's share it here. Let's learn from one another. Okay, I'm just going to be a facilitator again. So on my agenda, our agenda today is introduction. I've introduced the topic. I'm going to talk about what it is. I'm going to talk about the strategies, and then give you final tips and takeaways. And then I'll conclude, and then I'll open the space for you guys to go ahead and ask your questions. And so with that, I'm going to just go ahead and start. What does upscaling in the diverse space mean? And I'm going to just stop sharing and just ask the group, what do you understand when we talk about upscaling? I know all of us are always in the Zoom at work, and we're always having presentations and all that. This is a Saturday. We do not have to be looking at PowerPoints. That's why I'm putting it out. I want us to talk about what's going on. I want us to talk about our experiences. Anybody want to contribute? Anybody feels like talking?
Upscaling, like going up, like going a notch higher.
Yeah. This upscaling is just like, how do you manage what you have, but in an upper scale? So you want growth. How can you be able to effectively manage that growth so that while you're adapting to what is going on around you, you're also trying to upscale, you're trying to build yourself up, because you have to be able to adapt to the environment. You have to be able to be adaptable to the situations and the environments you find yourself. So when we talk about upscaling in diverse space, how are you going to be able to customize yourself in this space? What do you need? Do you meet the specifications? Do you meet the needs of the current workplace or the current environment? So if I have an NGO, what are those things tools? What are those policies and legislations which are coming up, which I need to upscale in my organization? If you are a farmer, if you are a student, what do I need? What classes do I need to take to make sure that I fit in the current marketplace? So that when I graduate, I don't really suffer so much, or I don't really struggle really much to get a job. What is going out there as a graduate today? If I graduated yesterday, before I get my job, or as I'm looking for this job, can I be self-employed? And what is out there which is gonna make me earn something while I'm still looking for a job? And we know the current market, we can use our phones, we can use our laptops, and we can be able to make some little money here and there. So that is upscaling. What does technology got to do with it? What can I do? Am I diverse? Am I savvy in technology? What knowledge do I have? So we have to leverage these technologies. We have to leverage our own knowledge, either from school, from the industry, from the street, because even the street have their own knowledge, to be able to upscale and be able to be comfortable in the current market. Okay, culturally, how am I scaling? What strategies do I have to consider myself being in that space on that cultural differences, social systems, and the local values? So if you are in an area whereby you have a diverse cultural disparities or a diverse economic disparities, how am I going to be able to scale? What strategies do I have to be able to fit in those spaces and be able to come out shining? Because some opportunities are there, we don't see them because we're looking at what we cannot do or what we cannot get, instead of looking at this is an opportunity for me to make something happen. We should not look at it as a glass half empty. We should look at it as a glass half full. How are you flexible? How are you using inclusivity in engaging diverse groups, engaging diverse people? How do you use equity? So those are the things whereby you need to think about when you're upscaling. It's not about just, I'm going to do this certification, I'm going to do this course, and I'm going to be able to just go there in the market. You have to be able to customize everything, tailor whatever situation, whatever solutions you are having, to be able to meet the environment and to meet you at your own place. So how do we go ahead and upscale ourselves in the current market? One thing which continuously we have been talking about and thinking about is continuous learning. So continuous learning is just learning new things, engaging yourself with things which you've never engaged yourself before, just to learn. So if I want to learn how to stitch today, I'm learning something new. I'm upscaling. When I'm not doing the 8 to 5 job, I can be stitching for my children sweaters, blankets, or just gifts for friends. If I want to know how to draw or learn how to play piano, that's lifelong learning. It does not have to be just book, work. I see a lot of, I don't know that you guys go to TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. There's so many clips coming here teaching you how to be able to upscale in the current market. I see a lot of people talking about remote work. I see a lot of people talking about content writing. I see about people talking about writing for bigger organizations. How can you upscale on that? How can you rescale on that? You evolve, you learn. How can you focus on digital literacy? AI, data analysis, machine learning, soft skills, all this you need. You can't say because I'm a farmer, I don't need a soft skill. You need a soft skill because you have to have emotional intelligence when you're going to be selling your sukuma in the market. So we need all that. We need to learn that. You need data. You need to know during this time in the market, you're using your data. Your qualitative and quantitative data is helping you know that the market trends are like this. This is the time whereby I can sell more beans. This is the season where there's no maize, so I can buy maize somewhere and stock them and then sell them at a higher price. You are still learning something new and making things work for yourself. Then we can also invest on our certification and courses. If that's your interest, then you can invest. And nowadays, you don't have to go to anybody's class. There's a lot of online platforms whereby you can learn a lot of things. You can upskill. There is LinkedIn Learning, there's Coursera, there's Udemy. So you can be able to gain a lot of knowledge on that. And then our big thing currently is technology. How can you use technology? We have bundles, we have our phones, we have Wi-Fi. How can you use that to help you? How can you use that to do personal branding? Brand yourself out there so that people can be able to see you. You can network with professionals out there when you brand yourself. You showcase your achievements. You create online presence, which can open doors for you. We need to learn to, it doesn't matter how long the article or how small the script is, try and post something in a social media if you're a social media person. Professionally, you can go to LinkedIn. You can go to X, former Twitter, and put your information there. Believe me, somebody somewhere will see it. It may not be important to you, but somebody somewhere will see it. So we need to stay savvy in technology because technology is driving the change. Technology is what is running the world currently. So you have to familiarize yourself with the emerging tools. You have to be able to be relevant to the technology you have. How does this work for you? What are the emerging trends? We talk about AI, we talk about cybersecurity, we talk about data analytics. You can go online and look at those. You don't have to be in IT per se to be able to learn those things. But in order for you to just upscale what you're currently doing, just go online and Google and just read, just update your skill, upscale yourself. Make sure that if people are talking, even for conversational sake, when people are talking about stuff in technology, you know what it means. When they talk about data, you know what it means. When they talk about analysis, you know what it means. When somebody say about AI and they're saying the wrong things, you know the right things. So you're not being influenced by the wrong information because there's so much information there that you need to sieve the right information and the wrong information. And then you have to adapt to the work situation. A couple of years ago, we used to work, all of us, wake up in the morning, go to the office. Things have changed. We have remote work and we have hybrid models. So you need to be able to develop those skills. How do we work in a hybrid environment? How do I work in the remote environment? You have to be savvy or you have to be very efficient with the online tools, online collaboration tools. One of them, we are using it right now. You guys are in Kenya, we are in the US, somebody else is somewhere, but you're able to communicate. You have to know how to use Slack, Trello, Miro, all those things you should be able to use. And most importantly, if you're working remote, time management, because time will go very quick when you're at home and there's so many things to do. Okay. You are doing remote, you'll wake up, maybe your work starts at 8, but you say, okay, I'll wake up 1 minute to 8. Already your time is gone. If you wake up early, you have time to do things. You have time to prepare yourself mentally. You have to even meditate in the morning and then start your job or start your day. And you find that you're more relaxed when you do that. Okay. Then I'm talking about network and mentorship. We need to socialize. I know some of us are introverts. We don't like going out there and meeting people. I'm one of them. But I think this is one of the important things which I've learned since 2023, that if you do not network, it's very hard for you to even know what's going on out there. So networking is very key for us to be able to have even job leads, collaborate on anything. Like if I want to have open a business in Kenya, I have to network with people already who are doing business. I have to network with Shiko wa China. Is it Shiko or Shiro? The one who we are wanting to bring us a 10,000 shillings per from China. So I need to network with those people. I know you guys know her. She's there on TikTok selling for us things from China at a very cheap price. And most businesses don't like it because now she's opening up, what they were doing. And now we know that these things are cheap and not expensive, selling it to us 100% profit. So engaging with such people, engaging with let's say professionals, somebody who does very good presentations, and I really like the way the person does it. Reach out, build that meaningful relationship with that person so that you can learn something. You are networking. When you network, when people hear stuff, they say, oh, Sang is a very good vision board facilitator. I think he's the person who can do this seminar for us on vision board. This is a person you met in a networking session. You just say, hello, hello, you drank coffee and you left. But something clicked on them about you. That when they see something, they match that thing with you. And they say, this is the right person to do this. And then seek mentorship. Guys, mentorship is important. It doesn't only happen again on the workplace. Mentorship works everywhere. Farmers, you see somebody farming, driver, anything you are doing, they must be a mentor. There is actually a mentor. This mentor will share industry and insights. You know, he'll help you avoid many pitfalls. And that's why before people start some businesses, they talk with other people. If I want to start an NGO today, I'll talk to maybe Millie. Betty, how did you start Confidence Elevate? No, what should I avoid? What should I do? How do I even start registering? You ask those questions. Pamela, how do you go to church and preach? I like to be a preacher. You know, can you mentor me to be a preacher? You know, such kind of things, you have to be able to seek mentorship. And this mentorship should be able to challenge you and inspire you so that you can be able to be a better version of yourself every day. So guys, let's look for mentorship. And then you have to be able to have a growth mindset. So all these things we've been saying, if you do not have a growth mindset, we're just wasting our time. You have to be somebody who is willing to learn. You have to be somebody who has an open mind to everything they see, everything they hear, and they are willing to ask those questions. They are willing to be vulnerable and say, I don't know, Betty, can you show me? You know, if today I want to go to Migori or Sondu, Betty's place, maybe, and I can't just take a bus and I say I'm going to Sondu. I'll ask Betty or I'll ask anybody, hey guys, even when I'm in the bus stop, in archives, I'll say, excuse me, I want to go to Sondu. Where do I get the bus? So you have to be vulnerable to ask and say that I don't know this. Can you please show me? Can you please help me? So you have to embrace the challenges you have. Okay? I don't know this thing. Can you please help me? My challenge is this. I want to be able to learn this thing, and I don't know how to do it. How will that help you? It will help you grow and be ready for leadership roles. It will help you grow and be ready to be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. So if I say, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to write a proposal. Betty, can you show me how to write a proposal? I'm vulnerable enough. And because I want to learn, I'll ask somebody, show me how to do this thing. And as I'm doing that, I should be able to also accept feedback. Ask for feedback and be able to act upon the feedback which is provided to you. That helps you improve. It helps you identify areas of growth. It helps you be a better person, not only today, tomorrow, or in future. And you also can pass that legacy to somebody else because now you know it, you have learned it, you can share it with somebody else. So before I continue, anybody with any question, because we are going towards the end. Okay. The other one is, and I've spoken about this a couple of times on this forum, emotional intelligence. I know it sounds like a buzzword, but it's a very important item in our life today. We have to have that emotional intelligence. Learn how people feel, how people react, how people perceive things, and how you can be able to empathize with them. So you have to be able to have those skills to understand and manage, first and foremost, your own emotions, and then manage the emotions of others. Because most of the time, we always overlook or downplay people's emotions, and we say, oh, it's just a small thing. Oh, I don't think he felt bad. Oh, why should you be? But that is what they're feeling. That's not what you are feeling. So it's important for us to, as we step into 2025, if anything else you did not hear, please focus on emotional intelligence. If you don't take anything else today, because that is where is the starting point of you even breaking those barriers. It may not be your certification. It may be just this person has good emotional intelligence skills. And therefore the rest is teachable. Once they have that, we can go ahead with them and teach them. When you have emotional intelligence, you are able to collaborate with people. You are able to communicate effectively. You are able to work with people effectively. And even if the team has the worst person or somebody who cannot work, everybody say, oh, I can't work with Fran. I can't work with Fran. But because you have that skill of emotional intelligence, you are able to listen and listen to understand, not listen to answer. And so you are able to work with the Fran who nobody can work with because you give her time. Let her speak everything she wants to speak. And then you come in and just try and be able to, you are not giving them any solutions. You are not solving their problems. You're just there to empathize with them, especially in this global and cross-cultural environment. Because you may be in Kenya, but you're working with somebody in India, somebody in Asia, somebody in Dubai, somebody in Europe, somebody in the US. So we have cultural differences. You have to be able to have that, understand people are coming from different levels, different environments. And so you have to be able to manage your emotions and their emotions as well. So emotional intelligence is one of the highly valuable skills somebody needs to have. And that's what leadership is looking for. Yes, your certifications, your achievements, your whatever is important. But if you have all that, but you can't work well with others, or you can't play with others, then it becomes a challenge for the organization and the teams you're going to be working with. Even if you're a farmer, you are a pastor, you are a business person, you have to learn to work with other people as a business person. Then you need to be able to pursue new roles. So in 2025, there is nothing like, oh, that job is too high for me. Put in your application, let them decide for you. Don't decide for yourself. So don't cancel yourself. Just throw it out there, seek for those new roles. If you don't seek, nobody will know if you want them. Try to be able to evolve, try to be able to look or seek for opportunities out there. Nobody's going to come and tell you, oh, we have this opportunity. We don't know whether you want it or you don't want it. Show that you're interested. Show that I can be able to do this. And if there's an opening, please let me know. Also go out there and get side gigs, do freelance. You can pursue many side projects out there. And this is currently the main thing I'm seeing online, this online writing, online research. You are researching for a company, surveying their project, their products, and giving them answers. So they have a lot of questionnaires you answer and you get paid. You advertise for organization and you get paid. It doesn't happen overnight. People build these things. So you need to go out there and start doing something that will expand your portfolio, whatever portfolio you have. It also helps you build your reputation in your field. So whatever you are doing, have an online presence. That online presence is going to help you, whether you are opening a market or whether you are opening a shop or whether you are just doing something which is relevant to the human being and something which is going to help a human being. Online presence is very important. And then you have to emerge with the current market. We can't talk enough about that. You have to look at AI, automation, those technical skills. You have to be able to shape yourself, especially AI. AI is disrupting the current market. So just try and learn something on that field or in the tech field, which will be able to help you upscale. And so that you can be able to understand how you don't have to have a degree in AI. You don't have to have a certification in AI, but just involve yourself enough to understand how AI impacts what you're doing or how AI is going to impact your field. And once you know how AI is going to impact what you're doing, then you find ways alongside technology that will be able to help you upscale and work and help your teams or organization, how they can be able to use AI in their processes, in their daily processes, how they can use AI in their products. You don't have to be a guru in AI to know that, because that's online. You can learn it online. It's something which is amazing. God gave us is going to this online presence. Everything you need is there to put you through what you're doing, basically. So you just go online, look at what does AI do? How can I leverage AI into my product vision? How can I use AI into my farming, in my marketing? Because you can use AI to market your products online. You can use AI to introduce packaging in your products, the ones you've just gotten from your farm. Instead of me selling them in a plastic, maybe I need to put them in a box and then label them, take a picture and put them on my website. So automation makes work easy for everybody. How can I use automation? Instead of me going to get something in the farm, how can I use automation to have that thing shipped to me where I am? Okay. Finally, you have to focus on, I had Beth talk about mind, health. So we have to focus on our well-being, work-life balance. Don't forget about that. You have to be able to maintain a balance in what you're doing. The world currently is very, very demanding. There's so much going on. There's so much required of us. But in order for you to avoid that burn down, have a time where you slow down, have a time whereby you're focusing on your physical health, mental health, and personal time. Just have that personal time for yourself so that you can at least meditate, sit down and rethink and reevaluate either the week or the day, or even in the morning. How do I want to start my day? How do I want to appear today? How do I want to be present today? And then if you are a leader or you aspire to be a leader, then you have to develop leadership skills. You have to find out, how can I be able to have those leadership qualities? And please try and demonstrate them at work. And this includes taking initiatives. Be the first one to raise your hand to volunteer to do something. Be able to mentor others. Be able to lead by example. You should be able to drive projects in your organization or whatever you are doing. And then be a strategic thinker. Look at everything in a bigger picture. Think outside the box. Be an analytical thinker so that you are able to help the organization solve complex problems. You should be able to be strategic enough to help your organization to make those strategic decisions they want to make. And if you are able to do all that, you can be able to be one of the people they can think about when leadership roles come in. And they say, hey, I think this person is the person we can talk about. And don't forget to have alignment with your career. So what you are doing or how you are trying to show up represented in your career, what you are trying to do as your career. Those are the things which you need to think about, because I cannot go and learn something right now, which is I cannot go to school and do medicine, and that's not aligning with my current career. So is what you're doing aligning with your career? And let us not do things because somebody else is doing. Everybody should run their race. Just walk your path, do what you need to do. That's you. Okay? And then the final tips I have for you and takeaways is be consistent. Consistency is everything. You can't do one thing one day and think that it's going to work. No, you have to be consistent in what you're doing. So if you register in a class, if it's a free class or a free course, teaching people about stitching vitenges or stitching pillows, go through the class and then practice. Be consistent on it. Consistency brings success. Consistency brings efficiency because that's something you're doing over and over and over, so you know how it will come out. Refine your skills. We talked about that. Refine them. Let us learn every day. Try to learn something new. Then have a growth mindset. We talked about that. Then health, mind, and body. If you don't care about your mind and your health and your body, especially your mind, all these things you are doing will not work for you because your mind has to be stable. You have to have a stable mind, a healthy mind, in order for you to even think about upscaling. Okay? Walk. You don't need to go to the gym. Right now it's very cold. You just walk in the house. It's raining, walk in the house. You are so busy. Maybe you are a family person and so many things are happening. You have small children, or everything is happening at the same time. Just take 15 minutes, take a walk, or just go to your room and sit down and relax, but make sure you are moving. Your body has to move. All the time, your body has to move. Okay? We talked about seeking feedback. Feedback is part of improvement. So I take it as process improvement. We all don't know everything all the time. And so if somebody gives you feedback, you are learning from that. You're learning something new. Okay? Set personal goals. Going back to our vision board 2025, I know by now you're working on your personal goals. Okay? And when you're setting those personal goals on your vision board, I'm sure you're iterating and adapting. You are going back, retrospecting on January 2024. Today is December 7th, 2024. What have I done? Where I am I on this? What can I change? What can I move? What can I shelf completely that now that things have changed and I'm not able to even start that project? And then with whatever you have there, you've learned, adapt. Adaptation is healthy because it brings growth. Have accountability partner, somebody who will be calling you just in a simple term. We'll be calling you and asking you, Fran, you said you're going to do 10,000 steps today. How many have you done? You said you're going to take that class. Have you started? Or if I've started, how far are you? What challenges are you facing? Somebody who will call you back, a partner who is trustworthy and will tell you the truth because they are accountable for your success. They are accountable for your well-being and seeing that you're moving forward and not stagnant in one place. And always remember that whatever we are doing, we will have setbacks. It is not a straight line. Setbacks will always come. Stuff will happen. You plan to do something else comes up. How do you quickly shift? Fail fast, get up, learn from that a lesson and move on. What matters is how you bounce back quickly. Okay? So things did not work out. I've been sick and SHA is not working. And so I don't know what to do. What else can I do to make it better? Can I look for some medication somewhere? Can I talk to a friend to help me out? Can I just go to a doctor somewhere to help me? I don't have the finances. Maybe I've lost my job. Maybe I've lost a loved one and I don't know what to do. So stuff will happen. Take time, but then bounce back and just move on. And then be patient with yourself. We beat ourselves up so much. Be patient. Just be patient with whatever is happening in your life. Love yourself before you love anybody else. So love yourself, be patient with yourself. And the last one, but the not least, what's your why? That should be the center of everything. Why are we doing what we are doing? Why should I do this? Okay. So upscaling, in conclusion, when we're upscaling, we are adapting to new tools, technology, and ways of working. And then we're investing on our lifelong learning. Excuse me. So we invest in our lifelong learning, focus on our emotional intelligence. That's important. And then our why is very important. And then I ask you the question, what's your vision for 2025? And I think that's my presentation for today. So now I'm waiting for you guys to ask questions, discuss, and let me know what you think.